You only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough.
Of humor, and in fact, there were many times he would simply adopt a foreign accent and speak mockingly and put us all in laughing fits, just to accommodate who you are.
I remember a few years ago when I was seeing somebody, and he said, you know, Kazi, my friends call me Kazi, they don't call me Winnie. And he said, you know, Kazi, dating you is a very hard affair. And I said, why? Is it because my father's the prime minister? And he said, yeah, but not really. And I said, is it because I have a driver and a bodyguard? And he said, yeah, but not really. And I said, so what is it? And he said, because if I so much as breathe the wrong words to you, I know you have a 6'6" brother that will come and lynch me by the ears.
When we were younger, Fidel would make us stand at attention. Those of you who remember VOK at 4 o'clock, there was, just before the news, there was the national anthem, and Fidel would make us stand at attention. And as he goes marching around the living room.
My love, where do I even begin?
I'll read it on her behalf. My love, where do I even begin? A few years ago, I met my 6-foot Prince Charming.
The virtues painted a man who cared for humanity, irrespective of their political affiliation or ethnic background.
We stand here to pay tribute to a young man that has left an indelible mark.
Fidel Odinga was a young Kenyan with a great heart, a promising future, and had tremendous opportunity.
As a mother, I can tell you the happiest day of my life was the day I gave birth to Fidel at Mater Misericordia Hospital.
You only live once. You only live once. But if you live it right, once is enough. So we have had Fidel has lived with us once, but has lived also wisely. And therefore, it is enough.
It is now my pleasure.
The political class present echoed the call to honor the late Fidel Odinga with a change in the very nature of politics in the country.
Is it difficult, if we truly loved Fidel, for us as a nation to say 2015 we shall follow this young man's example of dialoguing and sit together and ask ourselves some basics rather than having to fight each other in parliament, in the courts of justice?
And I want to give you my assurance that I am personally willing, and I have no issue whatsoever in sitting down and talking and bringing people together. There is no problem.
Fidel is survived by his wife Luam and son Alai Raila Jr. His love stretched through the young and old.
Whenever I was sad, he would always give me a big smile.
From here, his body will be flown to Kisumu before he is laid to rest at his grandfather's home in Kangoka, Jaramogi in Bondo, Siaya.